Hey, what's up everybody? This is Musashi47 and today I am going to go over and review Callisto Protocol. Now, I know a lot of people, have some mixed feelings about this game, and maybe you just heard some bad news maybe saying that this game is not as good as it is, but it actually is a really good game. Now, if you are into any type of like games like Dead Space, when I first played this game, I played it on PlayStation 5, and this came out on December 2nd, 2022, and it is a survival horror, and it's creators of the Dead Space. Now, however, it did have some problem about the new game plus, so that was delayed until later at the end of January. So unfortunately, if you wanted all your gizmos and all your guns and everything added onto the account and replay the game, you couldn't do that until at the end of January. Now, I understand that there were a bunch of different problems with the game when it first came out, but it really didn't have too many problems on PlayStation 5. It was a little bit slow when you had to pull out a different gun or change guns or anything like that. That was a little slow, but I would say if you played it on PlayStation 5, you were more likely to play a better game experience at the very least. ING ratings gave it a 7 out of 8, or excuse me, 7 out of 10, and I was really surprised about that, because even when I was playing the game, I was like, there is no way that this game has a 7 out of 10. So, I mean, to be honest, it's more accurate, way better game. So, if you're a fan of Dead Space at all, this game feels and plays like a Dead Space game. So, if you're into survival horrors like Resident Evil, Last of Us, Dead Space, you're gonna like this game a lot. I mean, it's a really cool game. I feel like there's a possibility that they will make another game, so I'm hoping that the sales do good enough where they do make a second game, because it would be really sad for this game not to have a second game, because it ends on a cliffhanger, and I think it would be really cool if they go ahead and make another game like this down in the future. Now, in today's standards, I think a lot of gamers have to realize sometimes games, especially as good as Callisto Protocol or even other games, I know that they come out and sometimes they're incomplete games and they release them on those dates. Kind of like Cyberpunk. I heard that was a horrible game. In the beginning, I had that game on Xbox One X, and it wasn't that great because of all it was really janky. Pretty much, it would have really bad effects. Everything was wrong with that game when it first came out. Now, this game on PlayStation 5 didn't really have that many bad things, where I would notice something that wasn't, like maybe a monster going through the wall or anything like that. Nothing was wrong with it, other than the fact that it was a little bit more stiff, and later on that they went ahead and updated it. And I'm talking about a matter of a month or so, because I've already played this game 3 times. I'm playing it my 3rd time on super hard, but other than that, this game is an excellent game. So I think saying that it's a 7 out of 10 is quite low, and I think a lot of YouTubers out there have been, saying it the same thing as I am, and I would give this game a 9.2 out of 10. So that's how good it is. I think it's an excellent game, and I highly recommend you go out there and get this game. As far as the story of Callisto Protocol, I feel like there's a lot of things that are going on, and what's cool about it is that the game does reveal what's going on as you go down that rabbit hole, and the weapons are awesome. You can upgrade them. You can make them stronger. You can also enhance them by also having a second different variety of gun. So for instance, maybe your gun will shoot just regular singular, and then once you upgrade it to a certain level, you can go ahead and you can shoot off a burst of shots. So which is very helpful because a lot of times those monsters are very difficult to beat, and the monsters look awesome. The graphics are amazing. It actually feels like a next-gen game. And the controls had some problems in the beginning, but eventually once they did that update, it was like butter. So I highly recommend people to go out there, check it out, check out the game. If you have the game, what system did you play it on? What were the problems with it? If there was any problems to you, post it down in the comments. And I think that, hopefully this game does get picked up for another release down the road. And I am Musashi47 signing off now.